In our previous video, we got our basic project structure in place for our simple Flask chat app. Now we can go ahead and start adding some views. Right now in our index view, all we're doing is returning the phrase hello there. But what I'd like is for it to return some instructions. So if we go to our index page, it tells us how to use our app. So I'm going to put a message in here that says, to send a message, use /username /message. Now, unfortunately, the angle brackets will be interpreted by the browser as HTML, so this won't actually display properly. I'll demonstrate that in a minute. And then I'm going to add in a doc string, which just says main page with instructions. Remember, we encountered doc strings before in the Boggle solver, and it's good practice to use this format to give some information as to what each function or module in your project does. Now that that's been done, I can go to Cloud9 again, refresh it, and we see I have to send a message, use //. So we'll take out the angle brackets. So it just says to send a message, use /username /message. Very good. Because the way that we want our little chat app to work is that we'll be able to supply a / and a username, such as Aaron, a /, and then a message, such as hi there. At the moment, this doesn't do anything because we haven't created any routes or views to handle that. So let's create one first of all. We'll create a new app route decorator, and this one is going to have a / and then the word username in angle brackets. Remember then this gets treated as a variable. We're going to create a function that's going to bind to our route decorator. I'm just going to actually call it user rather than username. And that's going to take the argument of username. And then what I want to do is return to the user a string that just says hi, and then the username that we provided. So we'll just append the username here, hi plus username. If I try this now and go to /Aaron, then it says hi Aaron. So that works. Let's create another one then now to allow us to create a message. So again, another app route decorator. This time we're going to have / and then username in angle brackets, and then / message in angle brackets. We're going to create a function and bind it to our decorator, and that's going to be called send_message. And that will take two arguments, both the username and the message. And we put a colon on the end here. And I'm just going to use the format method here to format what we're returning. So we'll return a string, and the first part is going to be the username, then we'll have a colon, and then we'll display our message. So we're going to use the .format method. And as we said, firstly we're going to format the username and then the message. So now if I test this by doing /Aaron /hi, then I can see it displays the username first, then a colon, and then the message. Now, this is on a new page completely. It's cleared out the rest of the page. We'll have a look at how to fix that later on. But now I'm just going to add run.py to my local Git repository, and I'm going to commit that with the message of implement basic views and routes. So that completes our second video, showing how we can implement basic views, but still using advanced routing in Flask. In our next video, we're going to have a look at how to store our messages.